With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play action. It's Graham rolling to his left. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Graham here from the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage. And just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Unitas. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards there, a 1st down. If you're a fan of old-school physical football, that play was for you.
No doubt about it. That play was for anyone who likes football. He did everything properly on that one. Great contact, wrapped it up, unable to jar the ball free. The only disappointment on the play for him.
It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Unitas. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now Graham looking to throw on 2nd down. Pass incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Graham going to set up to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
But what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, and so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Graham. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Delivering again to Gordon, and he's got him again. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll throw on 1st down with Graham. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Graham. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Here's Unitas looking to throw it. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A second down run with Lewis. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. The Ravens sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. As strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
running right. Here's Brown. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
An inside give, Brown. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On the handoff, this is Brown. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. They are going on 4th down. Graham. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Graham to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Handing it off to Brown. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll try and throw for it with Graham. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Graham will throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Out of the shotgun, Graham. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On 1st down, it's Unitas. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. Down inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Graham. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Graham to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And they go play action now. Graham. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A final shot before break. Graham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And they'll throw on first down with Unitas. Open man is Duvernay.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Hey, middle.
Jackson will keep it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. The Ravens send their punter out now. And maybe some indecision on what to do, and they're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. They go play action with Graham. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, here's Graham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
On the handoff, here's Lewis running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Now Unitas to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Browns drive about to get started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete to Newsom. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. It's Graham. And Gordon's got it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Draw play for Brown. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Off the option, that's complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Unitas is throw into the hands of Andrews.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now Unitas. And he'll go right back to Andrews.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Unitas will throw.
Complete. This is Lewis.
He's got room at the 30. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown!
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Remember, they have won 3 straight. Beginning to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
On 1st and 10, Unitas.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Unitas' throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about it.
And now here's another interception.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now Unitas on 1st down.
This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game,
And Lewis lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Lewis between the tackles. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They try again with Lewis. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a give to Brown. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. This is Brown going up the middle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give left side, Brown with it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They give it to Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover.
As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Ravens, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.